You're welcome, Noah. Hey, Josh. Josh, are you live at the Dead concert right now? Is that where you are? Is Loser Dorian? I gotta get the chord progression down for that song. Good stuff. Hey, you are now the Dead Show. Oh, nice. All right, good, awesome. All right, so really quickly, guys. All right, so I'm gonna need some moderators just to chime in. The new format, you know, is that I'll answer all the questions at the end of our lesson. I'm gonna, even though today's live broadcast really isn't much of a lesson, it's more of like an announcement and then a little, recap, and then I'll answer questions for a couple minutes. First and foremost, I had an emergency dental procedure done yesterday, and my whole face is swollen, and it's crazy. It started off like, hey, I got some pain, and then I went, nice. And then I went, I went to the dentist, and they're like, oh man, you got to get some surgery right now. And I was like right now? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So anyway, if I seem a little bit out of it, it's because I'm in a massive amount of pain and my left side of my face is swollen. Anyway, so I just need, for people who start asking questions, just tell them, if you can chime in, hey, Ian will gladly answer all of your questions. Sorry, one of my cats just jumped off something. He'll answer one of your questions after the presentation. Okay, so first, let's talk about no, I'm not. Let's talk about the new series. Jared, if Loser is in, I'll answer the questions. No questions. Thank you. I'm getting distracted already. All right. So I have a new series coming out. I know that a lot of people like the In the Mind Of, and I want to tell you about why I did In the Mind Of, and I want to make sure that everybody understands this. The In the Mind Of, which I'll still be doing, is going to be, hey Barry. The In the Mind Of was originally, the concept was, let me show people like how to improvise so that you get your mindset straight, so that you can improvise over some very famous songs, in which I think the improvisation is a piece of that song. You know, we did Jimi Hendrix, did Jimmy Page, Trey, Jerry, Mark Knopfler, B.B. King, all this stuff. Just how to approach something when we are improvising. And that's what the whole In the Mind Of series was about. It's still continuing. But I got a lot of requests for other songs that I love. I mean, I love them. When somebody asked me, can you do the In the Mind Of this person? I had a hard time myself adapting to it, because the In the Mind Of, in my mind, was purely about improvisation. So let me sip my coffee really quickly. Nice warm coffee and a fresh wound. That's good. Crap. All right, so here we go. So my new series is about taking the guitar players who write Steely Dan will be in this, okay? Who write amazing guitar parts and melodies, and analyzing them from my point of view. So the new series is called, drumroll please, I'm sure you guys are doing it, The Masters of Melody, or Masters of Melody. And Masters of Melody will be breaking down, yeah, I can do Adam Jones, I can do anyone. So in this video, in the replay, okay, done. In the replay, in the comments, I need all of your suggestions for the Masters of Melody segment, okay? So, In the Mind Of is for, improv, and Masters of Melody is how do these guys come up with such good guitar parts. So the first Masters of Melody that's going to happen, I'm going to give you a little teaser, is Robert Wilson wins it right there. This was the biggest thing, is all you guys know, hopefully you know, like maybe you don't know, Slash is the reason I play guitar. Slash from Guns N' Roses is the reason. I see that, Richard. Thank you. Sorry. Slash is the reason that I play guitar. It was his first notes. It was his long curly hair. It was a top hat. It was everything about Guns N' Roses that made me want to learn guitar. And you know, I ended up getting a Les Paul when I was 13 years old. This one right here, because of him. So the first Masters of Melody course I'm going to do is going to be Slash. Now, I'm going to give you a little teaser right now, and I'm going to play, and this is what we're going to learn how to do. We're going to learn the line itself. You know, we're going to learn at the end of every Masters of Melody, you're going to learn the line, but you're going to learn not how it came about, but why it works. And you're going to learn why it works in the simple forms. And then you can transfer the melody to where it really is. So let me play the chords first. Now I'm going to play the slow jazz, like cocktail hour version of the song. And here are the chords first. I'll do the chords and let's see if we could, let's see if we can identify what song this is. Now this is Slash. Okay, here we go. So let's see, take a little bit, don't worry. Nope. Okay, now, how about I put in Axl Rose's vocal melody? There it is. Rolling Raccoon. Rolling Raccoon gets it, right? Listen carefully. And then we get to Slash's melody. And listen carefully. Ah, if I can play it right. Point of this, the whole entire point of this is that the melodies are built into your chord structure. And if you notice my hand, I'm not playing a lot of movement. I'm kind of holding a chord down and playing the melody. And the first thing I'll show you, and this is just the teaser for the full first episode of Masters of Melody with Slash, is the first part, the that part. If you listen, it's over an F sharp minor 7. Now you can play it like this. You can get all that craziness. You can do it like this, okay? And now that note right here, this note right here is in the F sharp minor 7, but listen to the actual melody. Sorry. If I can play again. That's the first note. And that note comes right from the chord being played. And so we're going to break down this entire, we're going to take it up to the, let's see, boom, whatever happened to you, baby, don't ever wait and see. Then it's like, boo doo 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 doo. We're going to take it to the first like 20 seconds of the melody. And your guys are going to totally understand where it comes from. So that when you're writing songs, when you're writing chords, you will be able to adapt the mindset of writing some really amazing melodies. And I hate to say, not hate to say this, but Slash is one of the best melody makers to walk on this earth, in my opinion, and there are hundreds of them, but he's still one of the best of them. So now, that's my new episode. And yes, I can definitely do Gilmore, Masters of Melody, which is what I'm definitely be doing. So in the description links below, you can write, let's see, hashtag mom, right? Hashtag Masters of Melody. I don't know how they'll go off, but and then you can put your requests in, and I'll take a look at all of them. Now, so wait, I thought I need to check out how to retract a message. Didn't work. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so now let's just talk about the contest, the phrasing contest. I want to make sure that everyone understands the rules before we continue. The rules are: watch my phrasing part 2 video. Number 2, it's going to be a great series. Number 2 is the loop I provide. You do not have to play for the entire loop. You can play for like 4 seconds. I don't care. It's just coming up with the melody. And yes, you will win the pedal. I have an, oh, it's right over here. Let me actually get over here and behind the camera. It's a brand new Nux AS4 amp simulator. Thank you, Vanna. All right, that's it right there. All right, and this is brand new. I mean, it has not opened, untouched, everything. It's right there. And you vote on it by putting a link up in the comment section of my phrasing video, and people will vote. You have about 2 months for voting up, thumbs down, whatever. And the winner will be easily mailed a brand new pedal. All right, so let's see, new series coming out, right? Estranged by no, I haven't demoed the pedal yet, but in the link below, my phrasing part 2 video is a very good demo done by a guy, and I just linked it. Okay, so watch the video, and if you want to see what the pedal does, there's a description. There's a link in the description. I can't think anymore. All right, so now Stitch Method shirts are coming, and I think it's time. Yes, to Australia. I will mail it wherever, whatever. If you go to the moon, if you're on the moon, I'll mail it to you. It's okay. So now we're at the end. Believe it or not, it's not more of a guitar lesson, it's just a discussion. So now we can answer questions. Thank you, Eli's child. I will. I know the questions are going to start flying, so I'll have to pick through them. But if I can answer some questions, is that the Les Paul Memphis semi-acoustic? No FLs. This is a 1992 Les Paul Standard, and there it is right there. Les Paul Standard. My dad got me this when I was 13 years old. And it's pretty badass, and I love it. And it's got a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of dents and stuff. I don't know if you can see, let's see. So you can see the dents in the headstock where I'd rested on my amp when I was an idiot and just leaving this on my amp, right? Those are just, not dents, those are little, like, marks from paint. Anyway, it's a great guitar. This thing is absolutely badass. It's not a gold top, right? Look, if you can see, it's got the flame to it, so it's an awesome guitar. All right. Yes, I can do Knopfler on Masters of Melody, but I also have in the mind of Knopfler too. But I can do Knopfler. Guitar freckles. That's funny. All right, let's see what other questions you guys have. Did somebody ask what's on my fretboard? What's on my pedal board right now? My pedal board is, I just rearranged it, and right now I have a Qtron Plus. I have a Tube Screamer. I have a Big Muff. I have the full drive 2 MOSFET, and I have a Ditto Looper, and that's all I got right now. I kind of took some pedals off and just rearranged it. But let's see. I don't even know, like, I mean, I mean, I have a practice amp. Dude, don't change a thing about your teaching style. Thank you. Robbie Robertson. I don't even know who's Robert. I probably know Robert. Minor scale. I will do a whole lesson in the whole minor scale. I don't know if that was you, Michael, that asked about a minor scale lesson. I'll do a whole... Oh, the band. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I love the band, but I'm bad with names. I really studied it. I know. Don't crap on me, guys. I know. Listen, I sit and I teach for a living, okay? So, like, I'm not good with names, but it's okay. But this is a Les Paul with a big muff. Oh shit, really? I think it makes a good combo. Big muff and a Les Paul. That's why I kind of get this guitar today. Alright, so, what kind of guitar looper do you recommend? Well, okay, there's a difference. Can you do something by Don Felder? Yeah, I can do something by Don Felder. Okay, so when it comes to loopers, I want you to keep in mind there's two types of loopers. No, watch Sean Daniels' channel. I am not going to tell that story again. All right. Loopers. There's a difference between loopers. There's a looper and there are loop stations. Okay, so a looper is a simple looping pedal, like a Ditto or like a simple one-pedal Boss pedal, and so if you want a simple looper, I do recommend like the Ditto. It's clean, it's built like a tank, it's easy to use, but loop stations get a little bit of they get hectic. And I think Don Butcher, who's watching right now, can tell you how hectic a loop station gets. I mean, they have drum tracks, they have effects, and the question is you know, do you need a loop station? In my opinion, this is just my opinion, is that you want a looper and then you want a nice, decent guitar pedal. Right now, it's a solid state. This is a solid state amp. Are you going to teach classical guitar? No, I don't teach classical guitar. I wish. Dinner with Jimi Hendrix or Jimmy Page? Oh my God. I'd have to go with Jimmy Page. I'm just letting you know that. When making a melody, different vocal guitars, or should they be sort of different vocals? Oh wait, hold on. When making a melody, are there? You can make a single. Frankenstein Part 2 is coming. You can make a single melody. You can make a harmonized melody. Usually, when you're harmonizing, there are many ways to harmonize. But if you are harmonizing something, there's two ways to harmonize it. You can use the scale itself and the intervals to harmonize, or you can pay attention to what chord is being played and what note is being played at the same time, and then put another chord tone. And that's kind of like, if you think of, this is so stupid, if you think of the Everly Brothers, and I was teaching All I Have to Do Is Dream, and there's a part where they're playing an A major 7 chord, like, and they're playing an A major 7, and one vocal's playing this note, and the other guy's playing this note, and they're singing this together. I haven't played in a while, but that's, you know, you can hear that they're harmonizing on the chord that's being involved. So there's many ways to, okay, thank you for the news update. How do you give your guitar a 60s rock and roll kind of sound? Probably a tube amp and a pretty decent distortion pedal or crunch pedal. Love the channel. Okay, so you live in Sarasota as well, Jim. Okay, what happened to your student with? Oh, he's in Brazil. Elliot, my student's in Brazil. John Frusciante or John Mayer? John. Hold on, that was a hold on. Questions. John Frusciante or John Mayer? That's a good question, man. I know probably all of you are screaming at me like Mayer, Frusciante. See, like that's a good question. Like Frusciante, like was part of such a different styles, and he's such a part of my like youthful guitar playing inspiration. And John Mayer is like the effing man. I'd have to call it quits and just bow out on that one. I don't know. But John Frusciante, you know, they're both sinister. Frusciante is the 90s, right? Exactly. One of the best riffs in the world. I can't even remember how to play. I don't remember how to play anything. Is Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That riff. How's it play? I can't remember. I think something like that. That is such a solid riff for Blood Sugar Sex Magic, the song. All right, so any more questions really quickly? It's going to be a shorter type of lesson today because I'm not feeling too well. I had emergency dental surgery, and I wanted to announce my my new series. Remember, I can stick around, but any questions, go ahead, and I'll sip another cup of coffee. I apologize. Oh, my God. My face is hurting me. I'm always sitting there. I'm trying to think of... I can definitely do, are you going to teach jazz guitar? I can teach the intro to jazz guitar. Actually, you know, Eli, that brings up a great question. Cage thing is coming along great. When it comes to jazz, me teaching jazz, this is exactly where the stitch method in its entirety is going to lead you, okay? Whereas, you know, think of an airplane like taking off on the runway and diminish. That stuff is all in the Jazzville, and it's so easy to understand when you understand how music and guitar works. And the whole entire stitch method is to take you right to about here and have you take off yourself and totally understand that if you want to learn jazz and you want to learn diminished stuff, which I can do, you have the ability to do it, but you don't want to learn jazz unless you learn how everything else works, because jazz is super easy to understand if you understand how guitar works. It's very hard for people, like everyone's like, jazz is crazy. It's not crazy. It's easy if you understand it. So my whole entire job as stitch method is to get you to see how the guitar works, how chords and scales work together, all that stuff, because chords and scales work together, and then you take off, and then you know you thank me once in a while in your head, you know, 30 years from now. Simple blues licks. Okay, so the blues licks, Blues Masterclass Part 2 is coming out very soon, and in it, I don't like to say licks, but what I do is what song am I practicing now? I have no idea. But what I do in Blues Class Master 2 is we go over Form 4 and Form 5 of how to do everything in those two forms. And then we start combining forms 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we start analyzing some very famous blues guitar player riffs, but not riff-wise. We do it, Don, that was funny. We do it in terms of intervals. Like, what did this guy just do? Well, he played a 1, bent a minor third up, went to a 5. Okay, let's experience that every place on the guitar in the forms we know. What did he do here? He played a major 6 and a 4 together. Okay, how do we do that in the other shapes? So that you'll learn how to do it everywhere. So that's where the Blues Masterclass Part 2 is coming from. No. Yes, but we are, Anthony C., we are applying jazz techniques, because what jazz techniques are is playing the right note for the chord being played. That's it. This is how jazz works. There's a chord being played. Now, we have to pick the scale that goes with it, and then the chords that we need to hit have to be notes that go with, the notes that we have to hit are notes that go with the chords. It's very, very, very simple. I did not hear the acoustic Dark Star. I did not. I have to listen to all of Devin Company. So jazz theory is I don't know if any of you guys see my video, the difference between blues theory soloing and jazz theory soloing. Blues is like, hey, what key we're in. Jazz is, where are we right now? Really, Michael, there's no rules to be broken in jazz. I mean, I think that jazz is like a hyper rule. It's like it'd be so on top of the rules. What does a little black handle on my guitar do? What little black handle? Is there a little black handle? Am I missing something? Am I on drugs right now? Anyway, I don't... Is there a little black handle? Is this a joke? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Ah, my faulty jack and my Les Paul, I'll get that fixed. Alright, so jazz guitar is actually more hyper rules, and it's more about being, the pickup switch? This? I don't know, this is my pickup switch. Anyway, alright, so there's not a lot of questions. Obviously, you guys are learning. I have the new series, The Masters of Melody, coming out. First one's going to be Slash with Estranged, and you guys throw as many of these melodies and creations that you want. They can be riff-based, they can be anything. It's just I'm straying away. I don't want to talk about improvisation in Masters of Melody, and I don't want to talk about written stuff. Sorry, you know, to come back home, you got to follow the drummer. You're the best teacher that I ever saw. Thank you, Michael. That's very nice of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God, you're all the flattery. Cause you stitch, I'm soloing much better in my band. Good. That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. I went to the Grateful Dead or the Dead and Company concert, and there were a lot of people who thanked me, and that, like, to me, that warms my heart. Like, it honestly warms my heart that I'm helping people play the guitar and understand it better. Can we use Lydian for the melody? Rolling Raccoon, are you referring to the phrasing challenge, by the way? Yes, we'll be doing Steely Dan. We'll also be doing Thin Lizzy, by the way. Thin Lizzy and Steely Dan are in my Masters of Melody. Yeah, okay. So, Rolling Raccoon. I'm going to have everybody quiet down for a second. Rolling Raccoon, I'm going to address you, and I'm going to address everyone that has his mindset. And I don't mean to sound rude, okay? Don't in any way think of a scale that you're going to use. You turn on my backing track, which is a pathetic little backing track I made in GarageBand, and you listen to it, and you hum. If what you hum ends up being in Lydian, so be it. But do not put your fingers on the guitar. Do not come up with an assumption of what key or what scale you're going to use. Don't do it. The whole entire lesson is about learning how when you listen to something, it kind of magnetizes your thought process, and you're going to hum something that goes with it. And you don't have to hum the first thing that you hum. You can sit and wait until you hum something amazing. But once you hum it, then you I missed the last one. Then you figure it out. So everyone who's in that competition to win the Nux AS4, right? Hum it. Don't touch your guitar. You're going to be cheating yourself out of such an amazing opportunity. Just think about how, yeah, okay, I'm not trying to yell, but think about how, like, you know, if you're learning a Guns N' Roses or any song and how excited you are to figure it out and, like, how new the fingering is to you and, like, whoa, look at this. You want to have that feeling by doing something that came from you, and that's very important. Can I make a loop of my own? Yes, you can make a loop of your own as long as it's the same exact chords, no problem, like, no problem whatsoever, and that's that. Rory Gallagher, yeah, I can definitely do Rory Gallagher. Can you do it in the mind of Hendrix band Gypsies period? Yeah. Can you give me a 12-bar blues left-hand strum pattern? Oh, you know what? Modes. Why is it important? What does it do to the music? Okay, so watch my understanding modes video. That's gonna do it. I can do Rory Gallagher. That's not it. That's totally good. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm out of it. What about hip hop guitar? Are you talking about like just like hip hop guitar phrasing, like boom, like, and the. Where's my... It's my jack, isn't it? Jeez, man. Like stuff like that, like little funk hip-hop. Sublime, I can definitely do Sublime. A guitar solo for... Actually, a lot of Sublime. I think Smoke Two Joints was my favorite song for... It was my ringtone when I worked in sales. I thought it was hysterical. Peter Green, Gary Moore, definitely again. Just make sure you put these in the melodies. Stones licks. My man Sean Daniel just did a Stones lick, so I know he's on that. Some old school sample shit from Tripod Quest. Yes, I can definitely do that. Santeria I can do. I can break down the soul of Santeria, which I think is amazing. Billy Gibbons, ZZ Top. Just give them to me all. Just put them in the comments of this video, and I'll take it. And I'll take it. So let's see. I love Steve Winwood. Oh, you know what? I'm definitely gonna do a Masters of Melody for Toto. It's about time, right? Toto. Yes. Like Africa or Rosanna? Come on, man. Well, they're sick. Anyway, so, alright guys, I'm going to get going. I got to take my pain med because my face is about to blow up from the surgery I had. Anyway, that's it right there. Yeah, Steve Lukather is amazing. So, I can do everything for you. Dre, yeah, I should do some hip-hop guitar too. Why doesn't your melody resolve? The melody doesn't resolve because we're starting, I believe, on the 5 chord, if I'm not mistaken. So, thanks you. And one last thing I'm going to say, one last thing, I got this before, is if you write a melody, right, if you're writing a melody for the guitar phrasing thing, and it's begging to resolve, but again, I start on the 5, I will let you take it to the 1 for the very last bar, right, and just play whatever your resolve is on the 1, okay? So that's it. All right, guys. All of you have a wonderful week. I'm sorry that we didn't have like a crazy good lesson today. It's just I had mouth surgery and I'm out of it. I can put all of your Masters of Melody comments in the link below. Keep rocking. Kyle, my man! I'm sorry I had to miss your lesson yesterday, Kyle. Sorry. This sucks. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye, 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 bye. You are awesome. See you next Tuesday with the Masters of Melody. You guys rock. Bye.